Hello everyone, my name is Sildris and today we are here with Roblox's Digimon Masters. Now in today's video I'm going to be going through all of the systems that you can use within game. I will not be going through which areas to grind and how to level up quickly. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be doing is going over here to the rookie area of the game, and it is required to be level 81 to be here. This is where you first start seeing these NPCs that have different functions within the game. The first ones we're going to be talking about is King Entmon and Metal Entmon. Now, these are loot boxes. Alright. King Entmon, you will be spending your gems, and Metal Entmon, you will be spending your coins. Now, the best way to explain this is that depending on how much you spend, you will get a certain amount of guaranteed data. Now, this data is for one Digimon that is completely random. You will not get 1,000 random data. You will get 1,000 of one specific Digimon, and that applies to Metal Entmon as well. They have 3 different stages depending on how much you want to spend. So let's say I will get this one here. As you see, I got 10 plus Craniumon. I didn't get a bunch of random ones, but you can earn up to 500 random data, and this is guaranteed data. Alright, so the next system we will be talking about is over here. It is called Digi Cloning. Now, for Digi Cloning, this applies to most Digimon that are above the level of 641, with some exceptions. So let's say the Digimon that I'm using now, a Pilgrimon. He is based off of the amount of clones that I own for him. He cannot be Digi-cloned, and he cannot be perfected or transcended. Now, if I switched, I do not have any Digimon in this line that I can use except as a reference for this. So we're going to be going ahead and switching to the Digimon line, and to better explain how some of this works. In the Bodima line, we have one Digimon here that is not a part of this system. I'm not very familiar with his name right now, but this Digimon is based off the number of clones that I have for him. All right, so the more clones that I have of this specific Digimon, the more boost he gets. Now, if I were to switch to someone like Omnimon Merciful Mode, as you see, his health is a lot lower, but if I go to the Digiclone here, you can see that he is listed here in the list. Now, how this system works is you will have a certain amount of copies that are farmable within the specific areas of their drops. So let's say I have Omnimon Zord here. So as you see, they have 3 different ratings for which you can do their cloning at. You can get a guaranteed cloning with 9, a backup cloning with 3, and a regular cloning with 1. Alright, and as you clone them up, this success rate will go down, and you do have a chance to lose a level of cloning if you are not successful. And that the amount of times you can clone will be 15 out of 15. So once you have max cloned a Digimon, I have a few already max cloned, so we're going to go ahead and go over to Transcendence. After you Digiclone, you will be able to unlock the Transcendence for that specific Digimon. Once you are able to transcend your Digimon, as you see, the cost of Transcendence has gone up 1 level. So regular is now 3, backup is now 9, and then guaranteed is 27. The same applies to this, except for you're starting off at a lower success rate, and you're still starting off at a 0% drop for if this number were to go down if you had failed to transcend them. The next thing after you transcend your Digimon to 15 out of 15, you'll come over to the Perfection NPC, and as you can see, I have only Kaiser Greymon here as of right now. We have a regular perfection at 9, a backup perfection at 27, and a guaranteed perfection at 81 dupes. Now, certain times The data perfection process is a lot more complicated. The success rate is very, very low, and the drop rate is very, very high. So it is best to grind as many as you can to get this to provide a lot more greater success when it comes to these. Now, as from personal experience, I would grind as many as you can and just use the guaranteed tab as much as possible. But with the further game updates, I'm not sure if these systems will change by the time you see this video, so hopefully they won't. The next thing we'll be going over is mutations. Now, mutations are a little bit complicated, and they're kind of unique to this game. And mutations are not based off of several Digimon. Mutations is something that is account based instead of Digimon based. So as you see here, we have our mutations at 6 out of 15 right now. I'm currently working on that. In order to receive mutation genes that are required for this, there's an area at the beginning of the game called Event Arena at level 641. Once you select this area, you can pick what Digimon you wish to fight with. Most of the Digimon here have a fixed damage of 100 million per hit, and other Digimon have, if they hit more, then it'll hit 100 million constantly. And you know, with Lucemon, he hits at 1 billion with his Grand Cross move, which is cool, and all of that good stuff. Now, if we're talking about the quest, you cannot just fight the boss and expect a lot of drops. You'll have to come to this grind quest, accept it, and then you'll have to defeat the boss. The boss has 999 billion health, so it is easier to do it in a public server unless you have a lot of friends in your private server. I don't have any genes currently, but we're going to go back to the system real quick in the village to further explain this process. Alright, let's wait for this cooldown. So if you see here, he has 3 different stages: reinforce gene, or reinforce mutate, and then this one is a craft reinforce gene, and this one is a regular mutation. Alright, in order to do this, you will mutate your account to +3. Once you have that, you are able to craft reinforced genes. Alright, so when you use the F, it will require 9 mutation genes, which you will farm from the event boss, and you have to already have over 3 mutations on your account. Once you have over 3, you can get a higher success rate with your genes. As far as your reinforced genes, those will still mutate your account, except for it has a higher success rate rather than using the regular mutation rate. And with the mutation rate, these do have a chance to drop your mutation, so be careful with how many you use. With all of the systems that are here currently, I say this is the only one I haven't gone over yet, is Exchange. Exchange, you'll have to use dupes from the Digimon evolution before the one that you see here. So if we have regular Apocalymon, this is his second form, and it will take 1 free of regression. Now the free of regression item looks like this. It's Apocalymmon's body, and it kind of looks like a weird shape with a bunch of bumps on it. Now once you use that, as you can see, if we use 1, we can confirm it, and we'll lose 1 free of regression and gain 1 Apocalypse Psychic mod, or dupe I should say. And I hope you guys found this video helpful. I will produce a video of how to level up in this game as well if we hit 100 likes, and I hope we found this info useful. With the game changing as much as it is and how much it has changed in the past couple of months, you should expect to see some more changes as far as the other stuff goes. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.